Theta Tek, a new science fiction strategy game that plays similar to BattleTech, is closer to being released. This is a screenshot of the manual I've been working on for Theta Tek. It's currently 38 pages. There's going to be a few more pages going to be added before it's released. Beginning of the manual, there's a section where I go into advancements which Gary Kildall brought to humanity, and I think we would be much better off personal computer space if Gary Kildall was the tech leader instead of Bill Gates. Gary Kildall's contributions to technology. So 1974, CP/M, the first commercially successful disk operating system for microcomputers, which became an industry standard. BIOS 1976, his basic input-output system, created a hardware-agnostic interface, making it possible for CP/M to adapt to different computer hardware and establishing the first open system architecture. Yes, that's what he did. Diskette innovations. Kildall created techniques like diskette track buffering, read-ahead algorithms, and file directory caches to improve data access and performance. Bill Gates created MS-DOS. Gary Kildall had an operating system marketed at the same time as MS-DOS, but IBM, being the shifty, messed up people that they are, priced Gary Kildall's operating system super expensive. Oh, you can either buy Gary Kildall's much better operating system, or you can buy the cheaper Bill Gates MS garbage operating system. And so, of course, people bought the MS-DOS garbage, and you know the rest. So we'd be much better off if we had Gary Kildall as a tech leader. Early multitasking. He was an early adopter and developer of operating systems with preemptive multitasking capabilities. Interactive multimedia. Kildall developed a computer interface for video discs and the file system for the first consumer CD-ROM, paving the way for interactive multimedia experiences. And we went to DVDs and movies stuff from there. Okay, all because of all the stuff this guy did. Digital Research Incorporated, the company he founded to develop and market CP/M, and his successor as a major force in the early personal computer industry. Knowledge Disk, a pioneering CD-ROM product created with knowledge set containing the Broiler Academic Encyclopedia. But I wanted to include this in the manual of Theta Tek because his contributions are important. We wouldn't have what we have today without the foundation he laid. So this person right here is Gary Kildall, and this is from an old television show, The Computer Chronicles. And here, let's watch part of this.
Gary, your company, in fact, has a top view type multitasking system. Why don't you give me a brief introduction?
We've been interested in the multitasking area for a long, long time. And Tom, in fact, did quite a bit of work in that area. And now that IBM has put the stamp of approval on multitasking, then, of course, we get a lot of interest in concurrent DOS. So, Tom, could you introduce it and see what's going on?
Okay, the product I'll demonstrate here is called Concurrent PC DOS. It is a DOS-compatible operating system that provides the ability of running multiple concurrent DOS applications. On the screen right now, what I have is four separate windows, and we see three here outlined in different colors. The purpose for Windows is that it makes the user interface much easier to understand. We can see here that we have three distinct different applications. Here we see part of a directory in one screen. By hitting a single keystroke, I can move to a second screen, a third screen, and finally down to a screen in which I have loaded WordStar. So here we have WordStar executing, and we could be running that concurrently with other applications. And we can cycle through the window manager to see those other applications.
So these are like four different computer systems that are in the same place.
That's correct. So while that screen is still scrolling, I can move to another screen, do another operation, another directory or something perhaps, and finally moving to another screen, and here perform yet another operation.
I think the important issue is here both top view and concurrent DOS are really headed toward another level of small computer users. They're both capable of supporting communications, say in the background. They're capable of supporting network kinds of facilities. And as we see that move into the office, those applications are going to just expand and expand.
Stuart, looking at this,
Gary Kildall back in the 1980s, and he was doing with DOS, but Bill Gates would later do with Windows. Yeah, IBM and Bill Gates really did him and the human race dirty. So I wanted to put information about Gary Kildall and his advancements to our technology in Theta Tek because it's important to talk about and to remember. Thank you for watching this video. Play games, make games, and have fun.